developments, huh?
I am medically inferior. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Is that the legal term?
No, I'm gonna be well. At least I'm gonna have a lot of like time to play video games.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with a herniated disc,
Yikes.
so I am out for a bit. My physical therapist is hopeful that she can get it back in line with therapy,
Oh, nice. So no
and
surgery, possibly.
alignments. I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
hoping.
I
I
would
really
hope
don't want
so
to go
too.
surgery. I've never had surgery. I've never had like a broken bone or anything. So I
Really?
really would like to. Yeah,
Keep
no,
that
I've been
streak
like,
alive.
I'm like immune. I just want to say I'm like, I thought I was a demigod, but
Yeah.
now I'm like, now I'm feeling it.
Yeah, you finally found out you're merely
36
man.
is the new 50. She actually said like 30s is when your discs are the most mobile. I'm like, why?
Yeah, I was gonna. That's crazy.
Why
to
is
me.
that a thing?
Yeah,
Now you're
they've reached their peak.
Yeah, 30 they decide to just like do the fuck what they want. She actually showed me how it like what's going on inside my spine.
Yeah. Oh.
So the disc, you know when they talk about discs,
Yeah.
it's not the spine. It's not like the spine part. I thought the disc was like the spine, the vertebrae.
Okay.
It's the gushy
Yeah, it's like
cushion
it's
in
like
between.
gel in between.
Yeah. So what she showed me is like basically it's like two vertebrae with the red jelly thing in it, and she shows me how mine is, and basically it's like there's a net that keeps the gel in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
but my net has ripped.
Oh.
So and then she shows me that when you push the vertebrae together, it's like one of those like creepy squishy balls that like when you squeeze it like a bubble bursts out.
Yeah.
That's what she did, and it's like this red one. It's like so fucking graphic.
Yeah.
She squeezes it, and it bursts out, and it totally pinches this like the nerves, just like going on. And like that's what it's doing. I'm like, ow.
Yeah.
And it's like yours is completely out. I'm like, oh fuck. She's like, I'm gonna push it back in. I'm like, oh good. that was weird.
Just brute force like they used to do in the old country.
She was just slowly pushing in, like it feels like one of those like those squish balls, just one of those, just like a water balloon, just like into my back. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel a little bit better. It's so hard to sit down.
Yeah.
Like she told me I cannot bend over. She says, no bending over. You cannot bend over for like a month.
Oh my gosh.
No.
So you're just like hobbling around with one of those grabbers, like the old people?
I have a grabber. I do have a grabber. It's a good one too.
Oh man, I bet is it like the name made for TV brand, the Gopher or whatever?
No, it's got.
It's better than the Gopher.
Yeah, it's like it's like one you would get like at Home Depot.
Oh wow, so it's like industrial.
It's an industrial. It's got like suction cups on the end.
Whoa! So you can pick up things that are hard to grab and stuff.
Oh yeah, dude. I've picked up like all his toys, all my kids' toys.
Nice. You've never been more productive of a person as when you have a herniated disc.
You know what? You're more proud of you're just. It's like so you're proud of it for some reason.
Right. It's an accomplishment in the face of adversity.
It's like the man invented tool.
Oh man, that's crazy.
So I gotta play a lot of video games. I'm trying to divide my time, video games and artwork. Video games.
Okay, good. Keeping it nice and even. That makes sense. That's smart.
So I'm excited. You know what? It sucks though. I did get kind of hurt, like in a kind of a crappy time of the year for release days.
Yeah, right. Mean, why couldn't this have happened in like March, like we were talking about?
I know. Well, I'm probably going to be out till March. It looks like it looks like
you're going to be
I'm
out
getting like 6 to 8 weeks is what I'm kind of getting from my therapist here.
The week everything releases, it'll be like, all right, back to work.
Back to work, and I'll be like, I'll
herniate it again.
I'll fucking I'll just do somersaults in the attic or something.
Oh man. Yeah, that's nuts. So what have you been playing then since? Same old?
The game that I've ended kind of. I started the at the end of 2019, I started Disco Elysium. So Disco Elysium is kind of what I've been going into, and been really, really pleasantly surprised and pleased with that game.
Yeah.
That just continues to surprise me. The writing is fantastic.
I cannot wait for it to release on PlayStation.
Yeah. And I tell you what, I'm playing it in the weirdest way.
Yeah.
Because I have to like lay down to play it,
Right.
and I can't play at my computer. And I remembered I have a Steam box and a Steam controller. So I am down in my basement. I hooked it up to my projector, and I am just down in my basement, laying down on the couch, playing Disco Elysium on a Steam controller. And it's you could buy that thing for like 6 cents now on Steam. I think it comes with stuff like
Really?
if you download Steam. Yeah, it's so cheap.
Wow.
I think they're just trying to get rid of their inventory because it failed, I guess. But it has like some like really amazing features that would be, if they just adapted it to like other controllers, like it would be really great. Like they just need another analog stick. It's the only problem with the Steam controller.
Yeah.
But the settings in it is so amazing. Like I'm playing Disco Elysium, and I set default controllers is the right joypad is like a mouse pad, kind of like a very intuitive mouse pad, but it wasn't working that great. Like I still had I couldn't, like none of the buttons were working. So you go into the settings and you could actually go into the Steam community and just download somebody's file for their configure file.
Wow.
And just apply it to, and they had them rated by like this. I went to the one, there's like this one like had 20 positive reviews. I mean, not many people are using it, so compared to everything else, that was like the leader.
Yeah.
I downloaded it, and it's like it added all the hotkeys, all the shortcuts, like all like the binds, like like M for map, they bound that to a key, like I for inventory, all bound. They use the radio thing is like a shortcut for like the numpad, so you could put like select dialogue options. Just boom, instantly downloaded. It was really neat. I was like, that's a great feature. They can simply add that to any controller, like the ability to customize the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you could do you could adjust the sensitivity
and then
of, like,
share the scheme as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can now in every single video game go in and customize
pretty much.
Like Overwatch is the only game I've really ever on my PlayStation. I went in and kind of extensively for each character gave the controller its own configuration. But boy, oh boy, do I wish I could have just went in and saved it like someone else's.
And you could totally do that for every single character.
That's awesome.
You could just have a different layout.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I think is amazing, and it's a simple thing that honestly any of the controllers could do right now, is typing. It's so intuitive because what they do is each thumbstick is a cursor.
Oh.
And then when you click in the cursor, like the analog stick, that's an input. So it's like texting.
That's so smart.
You could be picking two letters at the same time instead of moving one cursor.
Yeah.
And like your brain picks it up like immediately.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't like any controller could pick that up. So the Steam controller had some great things. It's just they needed a second analog stick. Like only one has just killed it. Like you can't play FPS. But I am loving it playing. I can play it with one hand. Like mouse. It's like with the mouse and keyboard. It's
all one-handed.
It's buggy, Steam Box is buggy, but I could bring my desktop up, like right on the projector.
Oh, that's cool too.
Even with two monitors, I could slide it over and switch monitors, so I could be playing Disco Elysium and just swipe the cursor to the right, and I get my desktop.
Man, that is so cool.
And they're only like $15 on Steam now. They're just trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, I don't honestly. I don't even have my laptop is not super functional for gaming, but I would pick one up just for when I have a desktop. You know what I mean? Just so I have that option in the future.
Yeah, the quality gets you lose a tiny bit. I'm also on a projector.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of like loss doubly, sort of, because you're streaming and it's a projector.
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's really not bad.
Yeah. Wow.
What have you been playing?
So I have been playing around the holidays on Switch. Actually, Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2 got re-released as like a
on Switch?
Yeah, as like a $40 package for both of them.
Oh shit. Wow.
So I have been playing Baldur's Gate because the only one I ever played was for PlayStation 2, the Dark Alliance, which was like one of the spin-offs of I think Baldur's Gate 2. But, so I played that a bunch and I loved it, and I know how like important those games are for like RPGs and especially that style.
Yeah.
So I wanted to download
There's a lot
both of those.
There's a lot going on under the hood in those games.
Yeah, there definitely is, and it took a little bit like like my whole life I played that style of game on a PC. So there's a little bit of reprogramming that like I had to like figure out how it worked on the Switch. But I faced the same thing when I played Diablo 3 and when I played Civilization on the Switch. There was definitely like a little bit of a learning curve as far as like difficulty.
I bet Diablo 3 is fun on a console.
It's honestly, it is the best Switch game I've ever played. It's good on PlayStation.
Wow.
It looks really nice, but on the Switch, it is just perfect. Like Diablo is the perfect, like, I'm going to pick up the game, I'm going to play for one or two stages of this quest, I'm going to put it back down. It looks really good. Like, the graphics still look really good because of its, like, top-downness and everything.
Well, and Blizzard just knows how to code.
Yeah. But
they
yeah,
know how to
so...
cut, like, all the fat out of that coding and stuff.
I'm playing those games.
Okay.
Outside of that, I haven't really ventured into anything new. I'm definitely saving, like I said in the last episode, I'm saving like Death Stranding and stuff for summer.
Maybe I should finish that.
Yeah,
I should finish that.
I have to beat Star Wars yet. Star Wars I think about constantly. So I really want to dive back into that, but
I have a ton on my back catalog. I mean, I think I have a lot of games that I haven't even that I actually purchased and didn't even play. Or I was hitting up that Epic Game Store.
Yeah.
The free games that they were shelling out all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely
some good ones in there.
I'm excited to dive into the catalog that I have over the summer. I was actually considering maybe picking up streaming. Since I'll be off for most of the summer, just in the daytimes, like just playing on stream and getting through this back catalog and maybe just having some additional content and stuff like that. I like streaming. I'd have to get like a camera probably or something. Not that that's necessary, but just looks better. Because the streaming directly from the PlayStation isn't terrible. The only downside is I wish you could stream on the PlayStation without people seeing the little side piece. I wish that was just for you. Like the chat portion. So because that gets kind of annoying, but I mean, I'll figure something out. But yeah, so those, I've been playing those. And my usual, Madden. I'm in 3 franchises, so I gotta play 3 Madden games a week at least. Sometimes 6. But I'm like dropping. I'm getting to the point every year I reach a point where like I'm losing interest, and I've reached that point now where it's just like I don't know if it's because the football season's almost over or what the situation is, but I've officially just reached a point where I'm like, I think I'm just like, whenever someone is like, hey, whenever one of the managers is like, when are you getting your game? And I'm like, just sim me. I'm getting to that point where I'm like, just sim it. I don't even care. Don't force the win. If the computer beats me, they deserve it. Just sim it.
Wow.
Yeah, I it's every year though, man. I hit that spot.
I mean, football's wrapping up. I mean, the Super Bowl's this Sunday.
It is. This
So
Sunday. When they hear this, it will be last Sunday. So how about that team?
Man, Andy Reid, finally. God, he gets himself a Happy Meal at the White House.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, man. He's who I'm rooting for.
Oh, yeah, he deserves it.
Definitely.
He deserves it. He came so close with us so many times.
Yeah. So upcoming releases, January has had nothing. I even went back and what released previously. There's literally 2 things of note coming out or that have come out in January, in my opinion. Yeah, so there's a new Oddworld game, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, that came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right?
Really? That I have not heard anything of that. What
Me neither.
is it? Is it platformer?
I think so.
Because they've gotten weird. They've gone weird sometimes.
Let me see. I did no research on it.
Huh. That's fascinating.
Yeah, I was really surprised. It looks interesting. It looks first person, maybe. Maybe. Yeah. I guess it's first or third person, and it looks more like an adventure game.
Huh.
Like running around an open world and stuff. Stranger's Wrath HD, so maybe it's just an HD re-release of a game that's already out. Who knows? But speaking of HD re-releases of games that are already out, the one I am actually excited for is Warcraft 3 Reforged. I'm hoping so bad that my computer can run it. I know my laptop sucks, but boy, oh boy, do I want to play that game again. I still play Warcraft 3 on my laptop.
Wow.
Run in compatibility mode, Windows XP, baby, as administrator, and I play it. And sometimes, I lose players in, like, the scenery because of, the textures don't load all the way or whatever the case may be. But by golly, if I don't try to play it, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, man, I remember playing Warcraft. Warcraft was the first game I ever bought for my PC.
Really?
Had it on MS-DOS.
Yeah, Warcraft 3 was that for me. It was the first game I ever bought with my money.
Yep. I mean, other things to note, Kentucky Route Zero is on there, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Finally coming to an end, because it's now the whole game has come out, and it's like now it's re-released to consoles.
I was going to say, what is it? Because I literally have no idea what that game is. I saw it on the list, and I was like, I don't know what this is. I thought it was like a racing game or something.
No, it's like a very surreal game. It's an indie game, story-based.
Okay.
I believe you're like delivering a package along Kentucky Route Zero. Just it's one of those episodic ones.
Okay.
So it's finally, like, now that it's done, it's being released on consoles. It reviews well, but it's for the people that are into that kind of
Life is Strange, Until Dawn, those sorts of things.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not really looking for, not much to look forward to.
January's a desolate wasteland, man. The one thing I did, I feel like I don't understand why video games are going the route of movies a few years ago. When everything is getting remade or re-released or whatever the case may be. It's like games are doing it now. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy with some of the games it's happening with, like Warcraft 3. And man, oh man, when that Diablo 2 re-release comes out, holy shit, I'm going to explode. But
yeah, that was the best one.
Man, I cannot wait for that. Diablo 2 is like my all-time favorite video game. It was like, it is, I hate using cliches. That game was life-changing. Like, everything was different after that game.
Yeah, that was like, I would say, the game that started the addiction part of the gaming for me.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh my god, do I remember like meth runs, bail runs,
yes,
Diablo runs. She's just getting hunting for Sages, and then you all like
just constantly thinking about it, like constantly.
Even Christy got into it.
That's crazy. Kara was that way with Diablo 3 though. She got surprisingly into Diablo 3.
It scratches that dopamine itch. It's just a dopamine.
You just pick up things and keep, put on whatever the biggest number is. I will say Diablo 3, that's one thing they did well for people who weren't familiar with the genre, is introducing the arrows and colors. So you can you know what I mean? Like when you look at an armor and you're like, well, this armor says 115 and this armor says 110, but there's a bunch of red on the 115. I don't think I'm going to use that one. Like it did a lot of like simplifying the stat system for people.
The inventory was much better. I think they would have to redo that in Diablo if they wanted to make that still successful.
Yeah. Man, that's gonna be so good. I mean,
that would be fine. They honestly could just bring Diablo into their engine that they have now.
Right. I think that would be amazing. And my only thing is all the classes better be there. Like it better have every class.
Everything.
I want to play through as a druid or an assassin again.
Yeah.
Like it's gotta.
Yeah. It has to have the Bale at the end.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, Act 5.
So good. Yes.
Oh, here's a game I actually forgot. I played it and beat it, so we could talk about that. I picked up Ori for the Switch.
Ooh, nice. And, I have not played that game yet. I hear it's fucked up, kind of.
No.
Oh, really? I've heard a lot of people talk about how like it's an emotionally difficult game to play.
Oh man, maybe I should pay more attention to games.
Maybe you're just a sociopath.
I mean, there's like things die.
Yeah.
Like it's a depressing world.
Yeah.
And then like you find out why it's like depressing, and then like that reason's depressing too. Like it's just a bunch of bad luck, basically. Bunch of bad shit just happened to everybody, and then they all turned on each other, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that was on the Switch. I may pick that up too. Man, Switch gets all the good indie stuff.
Well, that's an Xbox game. That's like the first like Xbox studio game on
Switch.
Nintendo system.
Yeah.
So,
good sign.
Which is good because in March the sequel comes out.
Yeah.
So
I saw that in like the pre-orders on the Switch, so I should have, I guess, assumed that Ori and the Blind Forest was in there.
I picked it up for a decent price too. It was on sale.
Nice. I have some money sitting in my account, so maybe I'll grab it. Nice.
Oh, what else did I get? I got something else. Oh, for me and Fletcher, I got Donut County.
Ooh.
Which was cute. It is not what I thought it was going to be. Had like a really weird, bizarre story.
I was gonna say, is that the one with the cute animals and like really intriguing animation style?
It's the one where you have a hole and you swallow things.
Oh, okay.
Every time you swallow things, the hole gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of Katamari Damacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the fun thing is after I beat it, I was like, you know what? This is pretty simple. I bet Fletcher could play this. I mean, he's only 4, but I think there's no button pressing. It's just moving the cursor around. Like, so it's like a puzzle game. Sometimes you have to, like, break things apart to break them down to smaller pieces so you could swallow them up.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes if you swallow, like, water, you can, like, then move it over to, like, something that's, like, electrical. And short it out, and then it explodes. Or you could swallow something that swallow a campfire, and then you could use like the hot air to make like a hot air balloon go up or something.
Nice.
It's like there's puzzles, and I was like, you could control it with the Joy-Con, or you could control it with the touchpad. I always forget the Switch has a touchpad sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sat there and held it, and I gave him the one Joy-Con, and he played the whole game.
Nice.
He was able to do it. He laughed, had a good time. It's all like the dialogue is not PG.
Yeah.
They kind of get a little offensive sometimes, but he can't read it.
Yeah. So that's all for you.
I just skipped through it, honestly.
Okay.
it's a really weird kind of dumb story.
Okay.
About like a raccoon. I don't know. Weird, but
that
he liked
cool.
it.
I like
so
that.
It was a game. It was a fun little game.
Yeah, I got Katamari on the Switch as well when it released, and
so did I.
I get so frustrated by the way it controls. Like that game makes me feel like an idiot more than anything else because it feels like every single time I think I've figured out the controls change. Like every time I'll move fluidly for like a couple minutes and be like, oh yeah, I got it locked down. And then suddenly my guy's like spinning out of control or like not going the way I want him to go. And I'm like, all right, what's going on?
I will say I think the Switch controllers are a little rough.
Yeah.
Don't they have a weird control scheme mode though? I feel like there's like a weird control scheme mode that you could use.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I didn't go into the control scheme at all. I
think like you could actually like it has tilt controls in it.
Oh, if it has tilt controls, that would be awesome.
To fine tune it, I think.
That would be great.
I feel like I remember there's like when you start the game, it says like, you know, like, hey, try out the advanced settings to see if you like this way or something like that.
Yeah, it probably does. I'm just too much of a big
I remember playing
gorilla.
that game in college. We used to laugh our heads off at that game.
Yeah, that game was amazing. I wish I would have played it on PS2 when it originally released.
Yeah, I have it on PS2.
Oh, do you? Man, PlayStation 2.
I have the disc. I do not have the box because I must have stolen it. Oh. It was not mine. Somebody let that when we moved out. It was in my PlayStation 2.
Nice.
Like so, when we moved out of the dorms, I still had it.
Nice. That's awesome. I love. That's honestly one of the things I miss about like having video game rental places and stuff like that is I miss all of my N64 cartridges that have a Property of West Coast Video sticker on the back.
I have so many DVDs that say 2020 video on them.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's awesome. All right, well, is there anything else you want to mention here? We're coming up on a half hour, so I think now's as good a time as any to wrap it up.
Good time.
All right.
Do you have any questions from the... Oh, I decided we should call our fans uppers.
Uppers. I love that. That's a great idea.
Okay. Boom.
Yes, our fans are uppers. That's such a great name. Now
Exactly.
I don't have any questions from uppers, but we will
need some uppers first.
Yeah, we need some uppers first. Which, you know, for our episodes Friday morning.
That's what I think I want to do since I'm like dying.
Yeah.
Well, not, and I'm gonna be like playing video games. I was actually gonna ask you because I don't normally do this. And I don't want to like stream. I would hate that. I think I would hate that. But I do like making funny comments all the time.
Okay.
Is that like, can I do that on Twitter?
Yeah, absolutely. You can put funny clips out there.
Live tweet my fucking Disco Illusion playthrough?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll tease that there, everybody. Head over to upNup Pod on Twitter, at upNup, the letter N, just like our name. And catch Ty live tweeting his Disco Elysium experience.
Yeah, I believe I'm on day 4. Like,
nice.
Just started day 4.
Make sure you throw some hashtags in there, too, so people can come across it who aren't uppers.
You are going to have to tell me how to hashtag thing.
I will. It's easy.
I have no idea how to Twitter. But, yeah, I have, like, a lot of praise for that game, and I would love to... I would honestly like to praise it. And I would like to praise the guys over at Valve for their Steam controller and their Steam box.
Man,
I know it was a failure, but I'll tell you what, it has saved my ass because now I have something to do when I'm dead. Because I can lay down in my basement and actually play on my computer.
At least somebody's out here defending Valve. Someone's got to stick up for them.
I'm excited for the Alex. I'm never going to be able to play it, but...
No,
I'm excited for Alex.
Yeah, I mean, it'll release eventually on PlayStation 4, and it'll just remind you the whole time how it's worse.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I mean, PlayStation 5 said they will have a new PSVR headset.
Great.
So
another $500 add-on I'm not gonna buy for my game system.
I know, right? but I mean, Valve is historically known to be like a game changer. In the industry.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you don't release anything ever and then suddenly do.
I mean, if they
works.
If they're going all in on VR, they might make VR like mainstream.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for that so much.
I think they really might.
I only have the PSVR and I freaking love it.
Yeah.
I think it's just so amazing. And I even like can tell that like I'm in an inferior device. Like I could just imagine what like an actual like Oculus one is.
Right.
But yeah, I'll get a live tweet. Why not, right?
Heck yeah. I think that's a great idea. So again, go follow us on Twitter at upNupPod, on Instagram at upNupPod, Facebook, same deal, man. Email us upnuppod@gmail.com. I really did everything I could and got on top of that name as quickly as possible. As for personal plugs, follow me at Gorky Romano on all social media. If you're interested in seeing stand-up comedy, I'm going to be doing some stand-up in the like Williamsport area, in Pottsville area, and then in Maryland over the next few weeks and months here. So keep an eye out for dates. I'm always sharing and stuff like that. How about you, Ty? Any personal plugs?
You can check out my website at tydirk.com, TY Delta Echo Roger Kilo.
Do it.
.com.
His art is incredible.
I try.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw it. Let's buy my book that I drew.
Yes.
There's a book, Chasing American Monsters.
Yes,
You can
absolutely.
find it on Amazon.
Incredible.
It's currently got 4.2 stars out of 52 reviews.
Heck yeah. I actually was thinking about using that as a textbook next year. Because I'm gonna.
Why not?
So, because this year in school I'm doing ancient world history, and then I'll have a lot of the same students back next year. So I want to obviously change up the history course, and I was thinking of introducing it as part of my American history course, like talk about tales and stuff like that.
Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely check it out. It's an incredible book.
It's Chasing American Monsters by Jason Offutt. That's Offutt.
Nice.
He's got a few books of that kind. A lot of cryptozoology,
which
cryptids.
Is big right now.
It is big. And you know
in
what?
The zeitgeist.
Let's tie this all together. Disco Elysium. There is a quest. There is 2 cryptozoologists.
Nice.
You have to interview them.
That's awesome.
So tying it all in together. Yeah, look at that. It all came together. Boom.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. What do we decide?
Uppers.
What? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think of like our sign off that we said. Okay, yeah, we'll do see you later, uppers. Now get down. Huh? That sucks, right?
Yeah, that was terrible.
All right.
Don't do that. Don't do anything but that.